In the vast expanse of existence, a question echoes through the ages. Who am I? Beyond the roles we play, the labels we wear, and the stories we tell ourselves, lies a profound truth waiting to be discovered. It's a truth that transcends religion, philosophy, and dogma. It's a truth that resides within each and every one of us. And it's a truth that can change everything. That truth is encapsulated in two simple words: I am. These two words are not merely a self-affirmation or a declaration of existence. They are a portal to a deeper understanding of our true nature, a key to unlocking our limitless potential, and a pathway to a more joyful, fulfilling life. But what exactly does I am mean? Where does this phrase come from, and why does it hold such power? The roots of I am can be traced back to ancient spiritual traditions, most notably its prominent use in the Bible. When Moses encountered God in the burning bush, he asked for God's name. The answer he received was not a name in the conventional sense, but rather, I am who I am. This declaration signifies that God is not a separate entity, but the very essence of being, the pure consciousness that underlies all creation. In this context, I am is not a label or a title, but a statement of pure being. It represents the unconditioned, formless awareness that exists prior to thought, emotion, and identity. It is the source from which all of creation arises. This concept resonates across various spiritual traditions, often expressed in different words, but pointing to the same fundamental truth. In Hinduism, the term Brahman refers to the ultimate reality, the supreme consciousness that permeates the universe. In Buddhism, Buddha nature signifies the inherent potential for awakening that resides within all beings. And in Taoism, the Tao represents the underlying principle that governs the natural world and our own existence. While the language may differ, the underlying message is the same. We are not separate from the divine. We are not merely physical beings with limited capabilities. At our core, we are pure consciousness, interconnected with the vast web of life. We are, in essence, the I am. This realization is not just a philosophical concept. It has profound implications for how we live our lives. When we recognize ourselves as the I am, we tap into a source of infinite wisdom, creativity, and love. We discover that we are not victims of circumstance, but powerful creators of our own reality. We find that we are not alone, but intimately connected to everything and everyone around us. This is not about ego or self-importance. It's about recognizing the divine spark that resides within each of us. It's about realizing that we are not limited by our past experiences or our current circumstances. It's about discovering that we have the power to create a life filled with joy, abundance, and meaning. The journey of self-discovery is not always easy. It requires us to question our assumptions, let go of old patterns, and step outside our comfort zones. But the rewards are immeasurable. While we awaken to our true nature, we experience a profound shift in our perception of ourselves and the world around us. We discover a sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment that cannot be found in external things. We find that we are capable of more than we ever imagined. So, how do we start on this journey? How do we access this divine power that lies within? There are many paths, but they all begin with a simple shift in awareness. By turning our attention inward through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and self-inquiry, we can begin to connect with our I am presence. While we deepen this connection, we naturally begin to live from a place of greater authenticity, compassion, and creativity. The science of I am is also beginning to catch up with ancient wisdom. Quantum physics is revealing that we are not separate from the world around us, but rather interconnected with everything at the subatomic level. Neuroscience is showing us how our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, and how we can rewire our brains for greater happiness and well-being. This is an exciting time to be alive. We are on the cusp of a new era of understanding, one that bridges the gap between science and spirituality. As we continue to explore the mysteries of consciousness and the nature of reality, we are discovering that the I Am is not just a religious concept, but a fundamental truth that can transform our lives and our world. Now, you might wonder, isn't this concept of I Am simply ego dressed up in spiritual language? Isn't it about inflating our sense of self-importance and claiming a kind of godhood? This is a common misconception, and it's important to understand the distinction between the ego and the true self, the I Am. The ego is our sense of individual identity, the part of us that identifies with our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. It's the voice in our head that constantly evaluates, judges, and compares. The ego is essential for navigating the world and interacting with others, but it can also become a source of suffering when we become overly attached to it. When we identify solely with our ego, we see ourselves as separate from others, competing for resources and validation. We experience fear, insecurity, and a sense of lack. We may strive for external achievements and possessions in the hopes of filling an inner void, but true fulfillment remains elusive. The I Am, on the other hand, is our true nature, the pure awareness that underlies all experience. It is the silent witness that observes our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It is the source of our creativity, intuition, and compassion. It is the part of us that is connected to something larger than ourselves, something timeless and infinite. The ego is like a wave on the surface of the ocean, constantly changing and reacting to the environment. The I Am is like the vast ocean itself, deep, still, and unchanging. When we identify with the wave, we experience the turbulence and instability of the surface. But when we connect with the ocean, we find a sense of peace, stability, and interconnectedness. This is not to say that the ego is bad or that we should try to eliminate it. The ego serves a valuable purpose in our lives, but when we become overly identified with it, we lose sight of our true nature. We forget that we are more than our thoughts, our emotions, our achievements, and our failures. We forget that we are, at our core, pure consciousness, infinite potential, and boundless love. So, how do we transcend the ego and connect with our I Am presence? It's not about suppressing or denying the ego, but rather about witnessing it with detachment. When we observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we create space for a deeper awareness to emerge. There are many practical ways to begin this journey of self-discovery and connect with the I Am presence within. One of the most powerful tools is meditation. In its simplest form, meditation involves sitting quietly and focusing on the breath, observing thoughts and emotions as they arise and fall away. With regular practice, meditation can help us to quiet the mind, cultivate inner peace, and become more aware of our true nature. It allows us to step back from the constant stream of thoughts and emotions and connect with the stillness and silence that lies beneath. Another valuable practice is mindfulness, which involves paying full attention to the present moment without judgment. Whether we are washing dishes, walking in nature, or simply sitting in stillness, we can bring a sense of mindfulness to any activity. By fully engaging with the present moment, we can break free from the grip of the ego and tap into the deeper awareness of the I Am. Affirmations can also be a powerful tool for aligning ourselves with the I Am consciousness. By repeating positive statements like I am peace, I am love, or I am abundance, we can reprogram your subconscious mind and shift our perception of ourselves and the world around us. The key is to find practices that resonate with you and incorporate them into your daily life. It's not about adding more tasks to your to-do list, but rather about cultivating a new way of being. As you commit to these practices, you may be surprised at how quickly you begin to experience positive changes in your life. You may find that you become less reactive to stress, more compassionate towards yourself and others, and more creative in your endeavors. You may also notice a greater sense of clarity, purpose, and connection to something larger than yourself. Accepting the I am consciousness is not about becoming a perfect person or achieving some kind of spiritual ideal. It's about discovering and expressing your authentic self, the part of you that is already whole, complete, and connected to the divine. It's about living a life that is aligned with your true values and purpose. As you begin to live from this place of greater awareness, you will naturally attract more abundance, joy, and fulfillment into your life. You will also become a beacon of light for others, inspiring them to start on their own journeys of self-discovery. Remember, the I am is not a destination, but a journey. It's a continuous process of growth, expansion, and self-realization. There will be challenges along the way, but with perseverance and commitment, you can transform your life and create a reality that is aligned with your deepest desires. Of course, the path to self-discovery isn't always smooth. While we start on this journey of connecting with our I am presence, it's natural to encounter obstacles and challenges. Doubts may arise, fears may surface, and old patterns may resurface. You might question whether you're on the right path, whether you're truly capable of change, or whether this whole concept of I am is just wishful thinking. You might experience resistance from your ego, which may try to convince you that you're not worthy, or that you're better off staying in your comfort zone. It's important to remember that these obstacles are not failures, but opportunities for growth. They are signposts that point us in the direction of deeper healing and transformation. When we encounter challenges, we can use them as a catalyst for self-reflection and inquiry. We can ask ourselves, what is this obstacle trying to teach me? What beliefs or patterns are holding me back? What steps can I take to move forward? It's also helpful to remember that we are not alone on this journey. There are countless others who have walked this path before us and have overcome similar challenges. By seeking support from mentors, teachers, or like-minded individuals, we can gain valuable insights and encouragement. Another powerful tool for overcoming obstacles is self-compassion. When we are kind and understanding towards ourselves, we create a safe space for healing and growth. We recognize that we are human and that it's okay to make mistakes. We learn to accept our imperfections and see them as opportunities for learning and evolution. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is not about achieving perfection. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about showing up each day with an open heart and a willingness to learn and grow. It's about the full spectrum of human experience, both the light and the shadow. While you go through the challenges along the way, it's important to stay focused on your intention. Why are you starting on this journey? What do you hope to gain from it? By keeping your intention at the forefront of your mind, you can stay motivated and inspired even when faced with setbacks. You might also find it helpful to create a daily practice of gratitude. By focusing on the blessings in your life, you can cultivate a positive mindset and attract more abundance and joy into your experience. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to fear and doubt. It reminds us of the interconnectedness of all things and our inherent worthiness to receive love and support. The power of I am is not confined to theory or abstract concepts. Countless individuals from all walks of life have experienced profound transformations by accepting their I am identity. Their stories serve as inspiring examples of what's possible when we align ourselves with our true nature. Take, for instance, the story of a woman who struggled with chronic illness for years. She had tried countless treatments and therapies, but nothing seemed to work. One day, she stumbled upon the concept of I am and began to incorporate it into her daily life. She started meditating, practicing mindfulness, and affirming her own healing power. Over time, she noticed a remarkable shift in her health and well-being. Her symptoms gradually diminished, and she regained a sense of vitality and joy that she had thought was lost forever. Or consider the story of a man who felt trapped in a dead-end job. He had always dreamed of starting his own business, but fear and self-doubt held him back. When he discovered the I am teachings, he realized that his true potential was far greater than he had imagined. He began to affirm his entrepreneurial spirit, visualize his success, and take small steps towards his goals. Within a few months, he had quit his job and launched his own company, which quickly thrived. These are just a few examples of the many real-life stories that illustrate the transformative power of I am. When we tap into our inherent divinity, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We discover that we are capable of achieving our wildest dreams, overcoming our greatest challenges, and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. But the impact of I am extends beyond personal transformation. When we realize our interconnectedness with all of life, we naturally become more compassionate, loving, and kind. We recognize that we are all part of the same web of existence and that our actions have a ripple effect on the world around us. While more and more individuals awaken to their I am nature, we create a collective shift in consciousness. We contribute to a more peaceful, harmonious, and sustainable world. We become agents of positive change, inspiring others to accept their own divinity and contribute to the greater good. The ripple effect of realizing our I am nature doesn't stop at individual transformation or even at interpersonal relationships. It extends to the wider world, influencing the very fabric of society and the planet itself. When we live from a place of I am consciousness, we naturally make choices that are aligned with our highest values. We become more conscious consumers, choosing products and services that are ethically sourced and environmentally sustainable. We become more engaged citizens, advocating for social justice and environmental protection. We become more compassionate leaders, creating workplaces that foster collaboration, creativity, and well-being. In a world that often feels fragmented and divided, the I am message offers a unifying force. It reminds us that we are all connected, regardless of our race, religion, or nationality. It invites us to see the divine spark in every human being, to recognize the inherent worth and dignity of all life. While more and more individuals awaken to their true nature, we create a ripple effect of positive change that extends far beyond our individual lives. Imagine a world where everyone lived from a place of I am consciousness. Imagine a world where compassion, cooperation, and creativity were the guiding principles of our interactions. Imagine a world where we honored the interconnectedness of all life and worked together to create a thriving planet for future generations. This is not just a utopian dream, it is a real possibility, one that is within our reach if we choose to accept it. The I am message is not just a spiritual concept, but a practical guide for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life.